Forte Legato. And
I'm Ryan.
And we're here today to talk about the Aeropress. But before we talk about the Aeropress, we actually are excited to be bringing a new coffee from the Philippines. And so this is Kalsada Coffee. We've been working with them for maybe a couple years at least in dialogue, and then we finally met with Corazon in the San Francisco Bay Area about a month ago. So we will actually have a video tied to the diversity and inclusion for AAPI and also Filipino coffee, which is not really well known. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna let Ryan do his first taste of this coffee with his brewing method with the Aeropress, and now it's to you.
All right, I'm really excited. I haven't had this at all yet, so we're just gonna make a standard Aeropress today. This is kind of my standard recipe. I go a little bit finicky here. We can make it super simple later if you're traveling or something like that, but let's be finicky and scientific today. So we're gonna start with our Aeropress. It's two pieces here. We're just gonna describe everything that comes with the Aeropress. We've got a plunger and the main brewing chamber, and I'm just gonna insert that. We're gonna be making an inverted recipe. It's a little bit different than what they tell you to do in the directions, but I really like this. I find it simpler at least. So I'll just insert that just a little ways, just a little bit above the 4 mark there, and we'll set that on our scale and tear that out. And then I'm going to add about 1.5 scoops of coffee here. So Aeropress comes with a brilliant scoop, great for measuring. 1 scoop will make you about an 8-ounce cup. 2 scoops, or 1.5 scoops will get you about a 12-ounce mug worth of coffee. So I'm gonna actually weigh that out because we're gonna aim for about 22 grams. And I hate dumping straight into here, which is where this nifty little funnel comes in. This is also useful if you're pressing into a really narrow mug. This mug is gonna be plenty wide enough, but if you're pressing into a narrow mug, it fits directly onto it where you can press down into it. But I'm gonna set that there and funnel into my coffee. And yep, that was about 15 grams there. We're gonna go up to 22, so 1.5 scoops. And let's see here. 17, 22, perfect. All right, let's had a little bit much in there, that's fine. Shake that off, all right. And I kind of level that out a little bit. Okay, now we can tear that. And Aeropress comes with a nifty filter holder. Your Aeropress will just sit right on top of that. I keep it there at my desk every day. Use the Aeropress, switch back and forth between the Aeropress and the V60 for me daily. We're gonna take a filter and set it inside our filter cap. And we'll just set that aside for now. We're gonna rinse that in a second. And I am going to take some not boiling water. I'd like to get my coffee water right at about 175. That's just about the perfect drinking temperature by the time I finish everything up and clean everything up. Wonderful. Makes a nice, smooth, simple cup of coffee. Aeropress, I'm not gonna get the most flavor out of it. I'm not gonna get as good of a flavor as a V60. For something really fantastic, I go V60, but Aeropress, simpler, and it's always going to be good, whereas a V60 can be very bad if you don't do it perfect. All right, so let's start our timer. And I'm just gonna start pouring. And I'm gonna fill this almost all the way up. I'm gonna bring that probably 3/4 of the way up actually, and stop there. This is the perfect size stir, comes with the Aeropress, and we're just gonna give that a little stir. And then don't wanna waste any coffee that's stuck to that. We'll just give that a rinse down into our coffee and just fill that all the way to the top, and we're done about 30 seconds in. Now, while that's brewing, I take our filter in our filter cap, don't lose it there, and we give that a little rinse. That'll get rid of any paper taste, as well as preheat our mug a little bit. Set our filter cap onto there, give that a swirl, dump it out. and move that over, holding on to both pieces. You don't want to lose your coffee out of there. All right, and then we're gonna tear that out so that we know how much our mug weighs. Don't press onto your scale, you'll break your scale. All right, we're gonna set that off, hold on to both pieces, and flip it right over. Now, we're gonna press nice and slow. I started pressing about 1 minute and 20 seconds, and I want this to finish up about 2 minutes in. This is one of the reasons I love the Aeropress, because it's only 2 minutes. It's really simple to clean up, really simple to set up. Even though I'm making this a little bit finicky, once you get the hang of it, you really almost don't even have to look anymore, and you're going to get a good cup of coffee every time. Will it always be the best? No, but your outer bounds are much narrower. And we're just gonna press that all the way down. If you get a hiss, that's great. And you're just gonna push, there we go. We push all the way through the hiss. You don't have to push real hard. That finished up right at the 2 minute and 5 second mark, so that's perfect. Take that, and we're gonna just pull back on the plunger a hair, save us from any drips, set that aside. Now I can set my mug back on there, and I wound up with about 222 grams. And once you kind of learn this, you don't even have to look, but I'm just gonna top that off with a little bit more hot water, fill that up to about the 300 mark, boom. And we have a nice full 12-ounce mug of coffee. I'm gonna set that down. I never get to that because I want to clean my Aeropress first. You don't want this to set. And this is the thing that I love the most about the Aeropress, more than any other coffee maker. You can we're just gonna use this, pretend it's your trash, your compost, whatever you're gonna do. Lid pops right off, set that aside, and we can just pop that into the trash, filter and all. This creates a nice tight seal, so it's cleaned the inside of your Aeropress already. You end up with a little bit of gunk right there, but it just takes a quick rinse. You can wipe that off with a paper towel if you want. Take that, give it a quick rinse. And then I always stack everything like that, and that. And it can just sit in the corner of your desk, sit in the corner of your kitchen. It takes up almost no space. Everything's in the trash. And now our coffee is the perfect temperature to enjoy. Wow. Okay, I was getting a lot of these notes on the smell. This Kalsada, it's floral, it's fruity, it's earthy. I was expecting hearing Filipino. I haven't had a whole lot of Filipino, but knowing that region of the world, I was expecting something incredibly earthy and dark. This is not that. It's there. The notes are there. Everybody will find something wonderful in this coffee. If you're looking for something dark and earthy, great, it's there. If you're looking to move from dark and earthy into something fruity and floral, or if you like the fruity and floral and you're trying to go something a little bit darker, you're trying to explore, this is a good bridge coffee. That's fantastic. Really looking forward to getting this in this summer. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, hit that subscribe button, and follow us on YouTube as well. We've got lots of great stuff coming down the pipe. Looking forward to seeing you soon.